Hey guys, here to do another episode of the Retro Box. It's a terrible name, I gotta come up with something else. But this one's kind of cool because I had talked about it in other videos. One of my friends had come to visit for his birthday, and the friend that I did the Batman and Robin themed party for him, he hates that movie, and it became a joke between the two of us. So I thought it'd be really funny to decorate for a birthday party themed after the 1997 Batman and Robin movie. I also made an arcade for him. I was gonna do a video on that, and then I kind of ran out of time. I started filming stuff for it, and then I was kind of like really pushing to get it all wrapped up in time because I was behind schedule, and so didn't get to make a video on that. But did do the Batman and Robin thing. So, but anyway, he came. We hung out, had the party, and he brought a ton of cool stuff for me, and it's crazy. We got a garbage bag here that was filled with stuff, and there's still some stuff in here, and then just a big tote down here. I don't know if I can really pick it up. This whole big thing. And it's all filled with video games and consoles and a bunch of really cool stuff. And he brought it down and wanted me to have it. And I was like, dude, that's crazy. I was like, we could go like 15, 20 minutes down the road and go to a game store and get you cash for this stuff. Don't give it to me, man. But he didn't want to be bothered with it. Said it would be cool for me to have it, make some content with it, and just have it for my collection. So really appreciate it, and there's some really cool stuff here. So it's like I don't even know where to start. So this garbage bag, let's start with this. This bag was filled with a bunch of Super Nintendo boxes. So we started going through them and putting them together because it was the boxes all broken down, the manuals and everything just thrown in the bag, the inserts. So we have, I guess let's just pull out what we put together so far. We have Zelda. We have Wheel of Fortune, PGA Golf, Monopoly, Nolan Ryan's Baseball. We have Clue, which is pretty cool. I like Clue. John Madden's Football. Star Fox, awesome. Donkey Kong Country, which is one of my favorite games ever. Definitely my favorite game for the SNES. But it's like definitely top 10, maybe top 5. And I never played Donkey Kong Country 2 really that much, and people always tell me that I need to check out that game because that would probably replace Donkey Kong Country as my favorite. So one day I have to really sit down and go through the whole thing, more than just giving it 15-20 minutes. But like Donkey Kong Country is like my go-to game when I'm like just kind of want to like chill and like hang out. Family Feud. We have like a bunch of the posters and everything that would come with it. So we have this really cool Super Nintendo poster fold out, and the back explaining how to hook up your Super Nintendo. Really cool. Where am I going? This way. So we have like everything that would have came packaged in these Super Nintendo boxes. So we were going through like a ton of them. Like we have, see, this should be with the Monopoly. So a little Monopoly poster, and I guess it's advertising for all the different Monopoly or probably Milton Bradley video games. So we have Monopoly for the Game Boy, Boggle for the Game Boy, Clue for the Super Nintendo. So really cool stuff. I mean, there's so much here, like manuals, everything. And advertisement for the Nintendo Power magazine. Danger, do not open that 90s in-your-face advertising. And I mean, become a power animal, right? So it's like all this really cool stuff. Oh, this looks like obviously for Clue here. And again, more of the same advertisements on the back for more of the Milton Bradley games. So really cool. More advertisements and pack-ins for the Nintendo Power magazine. Family Feud manual. Super Mario World manual. The Super Scope manual. This looks like, what is this, for Madden? Yeah, so this is, I guess, just a generic EA Sports poster. And then on the back, it is John Madden's football with all the plays and everything. Let's see if I could get a little better view of that. I mean, there's like so much stuff here. PGA golf manual. And this is awesome. For Zelda. Just a huge map. And printed on the back as well. Can you guys see that? I gotta try to position that a little better. But I mean, like, awesome stuff. Manual for Zelda. Nolan Ryan's baseball. I mean, how rad would all this stuff be just like posted up? I mean, obviously I don't have a lot of wall space left, but if I did have all this stuff put up, you know, manuals on top of manuals. This is let's take a look. Nintendo Power poster. And some Super Nintendo advertising on the back. Manuals, Nintendo Power pack-ins. I mean, just on and on. Monopoly manual, Star Fox manual, Donkey Kong Country Player's Guide offer. Pretty cool. And again, more of the Nintendo Power advertising. Donkey Kong Country manual, awesome stuff. Super Scope manual. You know, manuals after manuals and posters on top of posters. I mean, so much stuff here. And there's still more in the bag. So there's even the bags for the games and everything are still here. The business replies for Nintendo Power if you want to subscribe to it. So much stuff, you know, inserts. I'm trying to sort through all this stuff. What is this for? This looks like Mario Paint. Oh, this got torn. It's a shame too, because this would have been really cool. Zelda advertising poster and Super Scope. Maybe the other half is in here somewhere. But I mean, inserts. You know, original packaging. I mean, there's just so much stuff in here. And we didn't even get into the tote yet. There's so much. I mean, it's really cool that he wanted me to have this stuff. So thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. I was trying to like come up with where I could put up shelves because I want to have all the games out on display. I think that would be really cool. And I think a lot of these, like I have Donkey Kong Country, so I now have a complete set for Donkey Kong Country, complete in box. So really, really cool stuff. I mean, jeez. So let's dive into the tote. I have some stuff pulled out on top that we were playing when he was here. Which I never played this game before. I didn't even hear of it. Hunter the Reckoning for the GameCube. This was an awesome game. This was really fun to play. And he has, I think this was the sequel, he said, for PS2. Really cool game. Pretty hard at spots, but really, really fun to play. This game, this blank case, but he has X-Men Legends in here. We were playing that a bit. Fun game. And then I think there was another one behind it. Yeah, so then Star Wars Battlefront 2. Is there more here? Nope, that's it. So really cool stuff. NHL Hits 2002. And then NHL Hits 2003. Really cool stuff. So let's crack this open. Also, I have there was a PS2 controller in here, and we were using that, and I have that hooked up on my one of my consoles right now. So there was a controller too. Man, I feel like I need to get a shot of inside of this. It's crazy the amount of stuff in here. So Super Nintendo, really cool. Which I do have a stack of Super Nintendos over here, and I have one set up over there, one set up over there. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, my 5th Super Nintendo. And I think I have one lent out to my friend, so maybe 6. But you can never have enough Super Nintendos, especially when one console goes down. I switch them out, and then eventually get to repair the console that broke. That's why I have 6 NESs over here. So we have another PS2 controller. This stuff, power cables and everything. We have a ton of Super Nintendo controllers. I think there's one more in here. Yep. Another guy. I guess I'll wrap up the consoles. So we have a PS2 in here. Awesome. I think power cable for it probably. And then a second PS2. Really, really cool. I feel bad because I wish he but I got paid for it, and I offered to even pay him, but he wouldn't accept anything. So, and I just feel really fortunate to have all this stuff, and to have him as a friend. Thanks, Paul, again. So let's keep going through this stuff. So we got Diablo, which I think this is the original PC game. Yeah, so that's actually really cool. I never played Diablo before, or did I play it with him once, possibly? I think I have played it briefly. These aren't my like typical games that I go for. But I have been collecting vintage computer games lately, and that's been really fun to go back and revisit some stuff. I found a lot of stuff from like the 95, 98 era. I know I have even more stuff somewhere. Maybe it got thrown out, but I was able to find a couple of things at my parents' house recently. Just looking through the box, it's pretty cool. So this will go out with the rest of my computer games that I have right now. Some cables and stuff in there. I think I'll leave that. Oh, he did have a Dragon Ball Z Game Boy Advance game. I think it was like Goku something. And that's another thing that I have out. I was playing with that, so that's not in this. But there is Paperboy for the Game Boy, which that's awesome. I actually think I'm gonna play this as soon as I'm done recording this. So moving forward, there's a ton of PS1 games in here. So I'll go through one by one and pull them out. So we have Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Incredible game. I don't think I have this for the PS1. I have it for the Nintendo 64. And I know PS1, well, it's like it has the full songs. They're not cut like they are for the Nintendo 64. So that's really cool. Because I have... Do I have the second one for the PS1? I can't remember. I know I have 3 for the PS2, which is one of my favorites, and 4 for the GameCube. But PS1 is what I love to collect for, so I didn't have this. This is awesome. Going forward, looks like this is... I don't know. This was here, Mega Man 5, but I think this says Mega Man 8, the disc. So I'm not sure. or X5. Yeah, I'm not sure, but regardless, you can't go wrong with Mega Man. I really haven't played Mega Man since I was a kid, but super cool to have that. That'll be fun to check out too. Pac-Man World. I had this game as a kid as well. It was really fun. There's a lot of charm to these early 3D platformers, especially seeing Namco try to transition their 2D game into a 3D world and make it interesting, and kind of compete with the Crash Bandicoots and Spyro and things like that at the time. So this was kind of cool. I never played Pac-Man World 2. I have to check that out at some point. I know they did a remaster recently, so at some point I have to get around to checking that out. So it's a Game Shark. That's cool. I'm assuming that it feels like the disc is in here still. Video game enhancer. Yeah, that's cool. The blue disc. I've never used a Game Shark before. So that'll be fun to kind of like pop it in and kind of figure out how they work. Phantom Menace. I did a video where for Christmas I had got this for well, I got this game for Christmas, and it was 1999. You know, I was excited. It was really fun, and there was a home video of it, and I shared that online. That was a really nice memory. I remember getting it as a kid. I didn't remember what I had got it for, and that was really cool to see that. At that time, we were living in my friend's basement, so yeah, that was really fun. The Legend of Croc. I've always wanted to play this game, and I never got to it. I feel like there's like a lot of staples for consoles that I've never played. And Croc's one of them. Earthworm Jim I've never played. Trying to think of anything else. I feel like there's like big names that of games that I should have played, and never got around to it. This one, Battle Arena Toshiden. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I've never played this game. It looks pretty awesome though. I've been getting into these like fighting games lately. I've mainly through playing like Neo Geo stuff. What's like World Heroes, Samurai Showdown comes to mind, but there's a couple more that I've been playing. Is it Final Fight maybe, or no, Fatal Fury? I can't remember. There's like 3 different fighting games for the Neo Geo that I've been playing lately. So this will be fun to go back and check out. And then also on the Dreamcast, I've been playing Street Fighter Third Strike. I can't remember which one, but I've been getting into these genre of games lately, so that'll be a fun one to visit. Casper, awesome game. I actually have this. A haunting 3D challenge. Really cool. I watch Casper every year. It was something me and my wife started a couple years back now. But yeah, so every year we watch Casper, kind of like to kick off the Halloween season. And it's just such a fun movie, and it's fun to relive the movie through these games. There's a couple of them. I think there was this one, and then a PS2 game as well. And there might have been a second. That PS2 game might have also been made for the PS1. I can't remember. Crash Bandicoot. I actually don't have a copy of the first game. I have Cortex and I have Warped, have Crash Team Racing, but I don't have the first one, and now my trilogy is complete. And it's incredible too, because I am cool looking disc. Crash Bandicoot is probably one of my all-time favorite games, favorite series. I'm really partial to Warped. That was one of my favorite games. I would bring it with me everywhere, and because of it, that case is beat to hell. It's seen better days. But I would pack it up in my little PS1 travel bag, which is up there in the corner, and just take it everywhere with me. So I love the Crash Bandicoot series, and it's a crime that I didn't have a copy of that game in my collection. So now I do. And Crash Bandicoot 2, which like I said, I have, but I don't have this holographic cover. I don't know if you guys can really pick that up. This looks awesome. I didn't know they did this. Let's see if I could get a better shot of that, because this looks really cool. Get my face out of it. Really cool looking cover. So like I was saying in the last video when I was doing VHS tapes, I don't want to keep every variant cover, but for Crash Bandicoot I absolutely do want to do that. Crash Bandicoot Warped. This case honestly might be in better condition than mine. I'm pretty sure it is, because mine is has a lot of cracks in it. So this is really cool. There's like, it was just such a fun game. The motorcycle, the aerial dogfighting level where you're shooting down the blimps and everything like that. Yeah, there were so many good levels in this game. Crash Team Racing. This was I was always jealous of, because I didn't have a Nintendo 64, so I was jealous of my friends that could play Mario Kart. And then when this game came out, I was like, yes, finally, something to kind of counter on the playground, you know, be like, well, you know, PS1 has Crash Team Racing now. Because that was always like a big thing when you're fighting over which system is better. I don't know if PS1 ever got like a GoldenEye equivalent though. The James Bond games I really enjoy for the PS1. Even though I think World Is Not Enough was better on the 64. They didn't have multiplayer like GoldenEye. But at least Crash Team Racing, I think that stood up well against Mario Kart. So several more games in here. We'll rip through these. Crash Bash, another Crash game I never had, and I always wanted. My interest started kind of waning in Crash Bandicoot. Not even Crash Bandicoot itself, but in video games around this time. I mean, I had a ton of PS2 games that I got when that console came out, but I was older, like a teenager, so it was more sport games for me, Grand Theft Auto, shooters and things like that, Medal of Honor. So I wasn't really as interested in Crash Bandicoot and platformers anymore. And definitely like these party type games I wasn't as big into. Now, like, going back, I like adore this stuff, and I always wanted to check this game out, and I never got it, and I finally have it now for my collection, which is awesome. So, Jet Moto. So this is an awesome game. It's kind of been on my radar for a while, and I just never got around to picking it up. But really cool. Advertising for 2 Extreme in there, which I did pick up. Really cool. My PS1 collection is like growing exponentially with this one pickup. Gex 3. This is another series that I've never played before. Never played any Gex games. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. That's how little I know about the series. Really cool looking cover. Yeah, that's funny. So, I'm looking forward to this because, like I said, this is something that I should have played a long time ago, but just never got around to. Fighting Force 2, never played or even heard of this game, so I'll have to check that out. Was from Hollywood Video though, so that's really cool. I know like people love collecting the Blockbuster tapes and things like that, and having Blockbuster memorabilia. You gotta give it up for Hollywood Video though, man. They held their own. They were a fun place to go to as well. So I have a few Hollywood videotapes, and I'll always browse for like some signs or something from the store, and it's not as easily found as the Blockbuster stuff is. So anytime I come across Hollywood Video, I'm happy to add it to the collection. So just a couple more games. We got Frogger, which this was one of my first PS1 games I had. So that's really cool to add it to the collection. I remember playing this game a bunch because, like I said, it was one of the first games I picked up. Bubsy, another series that I've never checked out. Um, I don't know really that much about the character or the series. Just thought there's been good things said about it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out. It's an interesting character. I love all these character games. They're I don't know, they're just so much fun. The little guys that they've come up with. Metal Gear Solid, awesome. This is killer. There's I think it has both discs in here. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. I'm excited for this. I wanted to go back and play through these games. I always kind of said, I wonder, like, these games that were so groundbreaking at the time, how they hold up going back to them years later. A lot of them hold up extremely well. I was playing Gran Turismo recently, and still an awesome game. Need for Speed, what was it, Hot Pursuit 3 or something like that? Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. Was playing that recently. Great game. So many games that were great at that time still hold up, while there are games that came out on the later consoles that were great for the time that they were released, and not so much later on. But I found, as I'm going back through the catalogs of consoles and games, it seems like a lot of the PS1 stuff holds up better than the later games, and same can be said for like the Super Nintendo Genesis era, and even some NES games are really solid. Keep going through this. Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, PC game. What was this for? Does it say it on here? I mean, I have XP loaded up on my computer, so this should be able to play it no problem. This will be cool to check out though. Rayman. This was I had this game as a kid, and it was like this game and was it Toomba, I think, something like that. I think that's the name of the game. They're like really like the vivid colors and like the weird maps and all the creatures in the games. It was really really made the games fun to play, and still fun to go back and revisit. I was playing what was it, Toomba 2, I think, or something like that recently, and it's still a fun game to play. Is that the one of the something with like Evil Swine or something like that? I can't remember, but fun game to play. So I think that's everything. There's a PS1 memory card in here, which will come in handy. He had a PS2 memory card as well, and we were trying to like go through and look at the different games that he was playing and everything like that, which I think that's fun. I'll do that for my cards, like go back and see, what was I playing back in like the early 2000s, back in the 90s and things like that. Sometimes they're corrupted, but if you're lucky, it still has all your info on it. So yeah, I love to go back and just kind of put myself back in time and see, try to think about what I was doing back then. So, I mean, this is a crazy haul of games. I mean, I can't thank you enough, man, for giving it to me. And yeah, I gotta find a place to display everything. I'm looking around trying to come up with a couple spots where I could get something set up. I might do something possibly over on that wall. I was starting to like make shelves that go up the sloped ceiling, so maybe I can get some games displayed out over there. That could be fun. But yeah, this is an incredible collection that you passed on to me, and I'm so excited to put it in my collection. And yeah, hopefully next time, next time we get to hang out, I'll have all this stuff nicely set up. So, oh, and your tote, I'll return that to you. I didn't even think about that. I should have given you the tote. But again, thanks, man. I really appreciate it, and looking forward to having all this stuff. So, thanks. That's all I got. Bye.